Hey guys, how are you doing? Welcome back to Hype Paradigm. Today we're going to be reacting to Tower of God episode 7. Have been loving Tower of God so far. The show is exceptional. Actually just got a recent comment from someone. I'm sorry I forget your name, but I really did appreciate this comment, which was that they're actually cramming quite a bit or quite a few episodes of the manga or the webtoon into a single episode of the anime, which makes a lot of sense because I feel like every episode we learn 15 different things, and I'm like it's super engaging, right? It keeps me hooked, it keeps me interested, and I actually really like it. But sometimes I'm like, holy shit, that was a lot to take in and consume. Well, with that said, let's recap Tower of God episode 6, because that was one of those episodes where there was a million things that went on inside of it. I'm hoping maybe today slows down a little bit. So the last episode we saw Rachel go to Bam's room and essentially Bam was obviously unconscious at the time, but she evoked to Kun the fact that she thinks her and Bam are going to kind of get in each other's way, that their relationship, their past is going to basically, keep each other from achieving to their greatest potential. They'll almost be like a shackle to each other or a hindrance, right? Now we do see later the fact that Rachel actually kind of projects in a dream Bam with all of his friends climbing the tower, and she's alone and she's chasing them. Obviously, the metaphor for that being maybe she's realizing, or maybe she already has realized, that to climb this tower, it is going to be a group of friends. It is going to be a band of people together that are going to be successful at this. It's never going to be the individual, but we'll see how that goes. She might choose to go at it alone anyway. Obviously, then we had Kun projecting. He actually agreed to not tell Bam about Rachel because obviously Kun's been affected in his own lifetime just by women in his own life, I guess you would say. I don't know how old he is, so women in his own life seems a little funny, but he obviously seems to have a love interest or someone that he loved, at least maybe as a very close, almost like sister or family member that kind of backstabbed him or stabbed him in the back, and he doesn't want to see that happen. So he's projecting. We learned about a lot of different individuals. We won't go into all of them. We learned about the different sort of roles that you can take on in the tower: fisherman, spear bearer, light bearer, scout, and wave controller. Super duper interesting. I love it. That's kind of this show's sort of pseudo power system, if you will. You know, it kind of scales based on what you do and what you control in terms of battle, what you manipulate. So that was very cool. I always love stuff like that. What I thought was really interesting about that was in Bam's wave controller training, he made a contract or sort of a pact with one of the test administrators, who actually turned out to be this giant turtle looking dude. And he told Bam, remember that this contract is a shackle to you. This is not a good thing necessarily. This is shackling you. Thought that was very powerful, very, very interesting, because Bam is obviously an irregular, and I think that is to say that in terms of what we thought in the past, that this whole system is basically designed, this tower is designed to keep powerful people oppressed, right? It's almost like it's almost like Bam represents too much power. He represents too much. I mean, if we're being honest with you, it's almost like sort of dictatorship. You know, it's oppress the people, keep them in their niche, in their pocket. Don't let them get out of control. Don't let them express who they are, kind of thing. That's at least what I'm taking away from it. Could be totally wrong. And then the end of it was heavily focused on Anaak and Endorsi. Endorsi, who is an actual princess of Jihad, and Anaak, who is technically, she's an imposter, but she's actually the real Anaak, who was a princess of Jihad's orphan child. The real Anaak died, and basically Anaak's orphan, who I'm referring to her as Anaak's orphan because we don't know her actual name, has basically taken it upon her own oath to kill all the other princesses of Jihad because she has a personal vendetta against them. So that was basically a little rundown. Hopefully that wasn't too long for you guys, but let's dive into Tower of God episode 7 and let's see what the freak's gonna happen, guys. And as you know, I have the notebook because this show gets fucking crazy. Let's do it. Jaws, the first man to climb this tower. The women granted a special boon. The princess is correct. Yeah. Wow. Oppression, I'm telling you guys, it's keeping these special, powerful people oppressed. Dude, I knew it. Yeah, they're too powerful. Anaak's mom was one of those. Too powerful and wanted to do her own thing, so she had to be killed. The king sounds like a real bastard. Of course, the sound design is always 10 out of 10. Oh my god, yeah. Oh my god, that's why Anaak's so strong. Oh my god, it's all coming together. Never experienced hardship. Who are you, dude? She's lost her mom. What an idiot. And Dorsey just went down a peg. Oh my god. It's very funny that they use the term aunt and niece, like, because those are endearing terms, and they really don't like each other. It's just funny. It's just like a dichotomy. Oh my god. Insane beauty. Oh my god, she's so cocky. Sorry guys, I'm just writing. There's a lot of good stuff here. Starting to dislike the king more and more every episode. He's definitely sort of an oppressor. It's got some 1984 George Orwell vibes. The oppressive governmental power. This is an awesome look into Anaak's backstory, who's so far been made out to be sort of a mean young lady, young gal. Gray is kind of odd. Kun, yeah. Is Kun a scout? I think Kun's a scout. What is with this Ho? Ho has something wrong. Yeah. A lot of jealousy in there. Fair. It's got 8. Oh no, Kun might be a light bearer. Banana Black sounds like an actual cool like drink that you would have in real life. Like banana flavored coffee or something. Oh They're bribing her for... They're bribing her so hard. Love Bam. Love Bam. Look at that. Oh my gosh, she's drooling. A script. Oh my god. These two, dude, Hots and Kun are like my favorite like little rivalry. I love the shit out of these two. Rachel's like the anti-Bam. Why does Dorsey dislike Rachel? Okay, what are you actually, Rachel? Who is she really? He's an irregular. We know that. We know that. Hope this guy grows on me. Okay. So he's got his own demons that he's fighting through that makes him the way he is. It's fair. Isn't that true about everyone, I guess, in the world? Oh my god. How did they pass? Whoa. He is a light bearer. Okay. Is Shibisu actually the it, though? Oh my god, that's Shinsu. He's in that box. Wow, okay. Chekometsu. Oh, Anaak's the it. Meh. Anaak's just passing. I'm having to do everything within my power to like analyze, digest what's happening and watch the screen. To be honest with you guys, that's why I usually don't watch subbed anime, but I do enjoy the subbed in this show. I think it's good. I think the voice actors are really solid. Just understand that it's hard to like in not your non-native language. It's really hard to like totally get it all encapsulated. But some things we learned in that episode. First of which was that, well, I think the important points, right, that we're going to highlight are that the king was the first person to climb the tower. Which is obviously interesting to me because, like, what is this tower? Like, what is this tower? Who constructed it? What is it supposed to represent? Is it supposed to, I don't know. It's really interesting. But the king was the first climber, and the king grants power to princesses, but the princesses can't have sex and they can't have children, and he grants these princesses power through blood. What I find so interesting about that is that it's basically continuing to fit into our sort of model that we're building for this show, which is that the king is sort of an oppressor, and in giving them power, he's basically compartmentalizing all the power to one person, and they can't pass that on. But Anaak, having her child, who I guess we'll also call Anaak, basically went against that. And so I think my take would be that's why Anaak, the older Anaak, the mom, died or got killed, is because she went against the king's wishes, because basically she's creating other powerful people. My take would be that these other powerful people, the king has fear. I mean, it's the way a lot of societies work, right? That the more powerful something is, I mean, take the people, for example. Take the people of a country. The more powerful they are, there's a greater risk of overthrowing and demanding something of the leader. And so I think it's kind of a sort of oppression tactic. And what I find interesting about it is that giving these princesses power, why would they serve to want to overthrow him, right? Because he basically is granting them with power. Like, why would anyone who's been granted power seek to overthrow the very thing that gave them the power? Very interesting, very deep. I could be looking into this way too much, but at this point, I do not feel that this show operates on a surface level. I know some anime operate on a surface level, and I enjoy them just the same, but I'm getting so deep into this because I think that this show operates in a more philosophical, a more deep range. I kind of see Bam as a character, but more so as a philosophy. Like, think of Bam as a philosophy, as sort of the anti-king then. Him being powerful in the first place and bringing people together because people like him is basically, to me, this very interesting almost take on, and I'm not getting political here. This is the way I'm perceiving it, guys. So chill out. It's almost like, democracy, bringing people together in a unified way to overthrow a dictatorship, for instance. The king being the dictator, Bam being the democracy. That's our representation. And Bam bringing all these people together and being powerful in his own right. I think that's going to be sort of the central premise of this show, is that Bam is going to embolden people around him to take on this king who's basically running kind of a sick and twisted operation here, right? And then here's a side note. And so that's what I think is kind of wrapped up in this episode. And then obviously beyond that, we get to see a little bit of a deeper look at them as they're playing this tag game. You guys can clarify for me in the comments. If one team passes, does the entire other team fail? Like, do all of them fail? Like, they're done progressing through the tower and the other team's all going to continue to progress through the tower? These are the kinds of little things that I'm missing in listening in Japanese, is that I just can't it's hard for me to like, analyze ideas all at the same time as I'm reading and watching the show. But if you guys can help me out with that, I would greatly appreciate it. My take based on what they were saying was that one team's going to pass and one team's done climbing the tower. Like, that's it. I obviously don't know how sound that idea sounds with the premise of the fact that I think Kun is going to continue being a main character, and so is Bam, and they're on separate teams. I would not think that you're going to cut one from the show as far as continuing to progress. Could be wrong, but yeah, that's where we're going to leave it, guys. I know I've already done quite a bit of analysis on this. I don't want to bore anyone with it, but hope you guys like this. If you guys did like this, please consider liking, subscribing, and commenting your guys' thoughts. What do you guys think of the show? Obviously, if you've seen the webtoon, you sort of keep things within reason in terms of what you're saying. I don't want to be spoiled, and I don't think you guys want to spoil me, because I think that's the coolest part about reactions, is me getting to witness what you guys love in the first place, right? So with that said, we're going to leave it here, guys. I appreciate you. Thank you for watching, and I will catch you guys on the next one. Peace!